Hey guys, welcome back to Healthy Living Sessions podcast where we talk about more than just health and fitness because a healthy life is more than that. It's about a balance. And like we mentioned on Friday, if you listened to that episode on Friday, we were starting a new series about the 10X GrowthCon that I just went to. And the question I had for you was, what would 10X mean to my life? This is something I wanted you to think about and write down. We talked about in the intro episode exactly what 10X was. It's about 10Xing your thoughts, 10Xing your actions, and really making something happen so you are above average. And so the homework I sent you home with, well, you probably already were at home, but the homework I gave you was to figure out exactly what you wanted. And so I'm going to go over 5 goals I have. There's many other small goals I have besides this. These are just 5 really big goals for me that I have, and I want to share with you. And some of these are within, monthly goals, yearly goals, and I guess a lifetime goal, so to say. Although it's not going to be the end whenever it's like the lifetime goal, and I'll explain those and explain why I made them very specific like this afterwards. So, first one, join the 2 comma club. So if you don't know what that means, it means be a millionaire. There's 2 commas. So you have 1 comma 000 comma 000 for 1 million. So the 2 comma club. That's my goal right now. And then that's very specific. So 2 commas, 1 million dollars there, very specific number to attain versus just saying I want to get rich, I want to get wealthy. What does that mean? It means something different for everybody, but I want to be very specific with that. Secondly, meet 10 new people per month. So just like with cold calling, with sales, it's all about contacts. So same thing here, just meeting new people. Now these may just be people that I meet in passing, just kind of talk a little bit, maybe exchange numbers. It could be a whole bunch of things, but I don't necessarily have to befriend them. We become BFFs, anything like that. Basically, I just want to be reaching out to new people and really trying to expand my network and expand the reach that I have with people in my community or online on Instagram, Facebook, wherever it may be. All right, number 3, do 10 speaking engagements this year. So this is something big for me that I really want to start doing more of. I want to be able to start speaking in front of larger audiences than my camera right here. I want to actually speak to people and be able to see right away what they're getting out of my talks, about the information that I provide for them, and just to give back as well. So a big thing I want to do this year is speak with middle schools and high schools about choices in life, about going to school, things like that. So I just want to be able to give back and educate as well. Something that's really been heavy on my heart of late, and so I really want to do that. So that's why that's on here. 4th is speak about Christ more. So just something, me being a man of faith, something I really want to do more of. I know I need to do more of. I do talk about it some. I've talked about it more and more on social media as of late because I've already been working on this. But I just want to do more of that. And I'll explain more about why this isn't a great way to set up this goal, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And the last one is get 10,000 followers on Instagram. So big reason for that is you get to swipe up on the stories. Also, once you get up to about 10,000, it's you kind of get more recognized as, okay, this person kind of knows what's going on. They're actually doing something. They're legit. So you get more recognition that way as well. And I want to make sure that at the end of the day, the numbers really don't matter that much besides the whole little swipe up feature. But other than that, the numbers really don't matter. But I know people out there think that, oh, you've got, only 5,000 followers. Like anything below 10,000, it's like, you probably don't really know what you're talking about. You're not doing well. You're not successful. Stuff like that. So that's kind of reason for that, kind of to break that barrier, not have people think that I'm beneath them or too low, whatever, stuff like that. Not that I'm concerned what they think, but I want to just eliminate that rejection from the get-go. And currently I'm at like 900, something like that, right around 900. So, I could say 1,000, but so I'm 10xing that. So I want to get to 10,000 followers. Now I want to break down the reason why some of these goals are better than others. So with 1, 2, 3, and 5, they're really good because it's a very specific goal. It will, and actually further than that, really 2 and 3 are the best ones. So 1, 2, 3, and 5 are very specific in saying, hey, this is exactly what I want. I want to be in the 2 Comma Club. I want to meet new people. 10 new people, sorry. I want to do 10 speaking engagements. I want 10,000 followers. Whereas number 4 just says, speaking about Christ more. Very generic. That's why that is not a good goal as far as setting the goal goes. Now, it's a great goal, obviously, if you are a Christian, to be talking about Christ more, but that's it. All it tells you is that you want to do more, but there's nothing to attach to it. Are you trying to talk to 10 more people? Are you trying to talk to, I don't know, try and save 100 souls? What is this goal? And then on top of that, the reason why number 1 is not as strong as 2, 3, or 2 and 3, number 5 also isn't as strong as 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 being the strongest goals that I've set here out of all of them. And I promise this actually wasn't intentional. I just started writing it out and then realized after I had written it out that some of these were stronger than others. So like we said in number 4, very generic, doesn't explain exactly what I want to do. Obviously, you get what I'm saying, is that I want to talk to people about Christ more, but it doesn't say how many people, and it doesn't say in what time frame. That's the issue. So 1 and 5, now I'm specific. I say, hey, I want to be a millionaire. And number 5, I want 10,000 followers, which is great, very specific, but it's not specific enough because there's no time frame behind it. And so you want to make sure you're putting some kind of time frame. So when do I want to be a millionaire by? Because I could say I just want to be a millionaire and, I'm 27 right now. And so, it could be 40 when I'm a millionaire, or it could be 60 when I'm a millionaire. I still achieved this goal, but it wasn't necessarily a 10x worthy because, and it wasn't specific because I just said I want to be a millionaire. So that could be, like I said, 20, 30, 40 years down the road. So I need to make this more specific. I need to say, I want to be a millionaire. I'm just putting this number there, by, we'll do, I don't know, just 2030. Right now, 2019. So that gives me 11 years to do this. So now I've made that very much more specific. And the last one, get 10,000 followers on Instagram. Again, no time frame there. So by 2020, we'll just say that, 2020. So now very much more specific there, unlike with our other ones. So speak about Christ more. So more, that again, that's the problem. We need more than that, more information than that. So let's just say 10 people by 2020. We'll do that one by 2020 as well. Oh, not 2000. 2020. That's really sloppy. But anyways, by 2020. So now I'm very specific on that. And the reason why 2 and 3 are the best goals of them all is because I'm very specific. So I want to meet new people, right? But I put 10 new people. So very specific there. And I said per month. So that tells me every month I have to meet 10 people. So I have a end goal for this. And obviously it keeps reoccurring because it's monthly. But I have 1 month. So 30 days, 31 days, it's February, so 28 days, whatever it may be. So I have to do that within that month. Same thing with number 3. Do speaking engagements. Okay, that was the very generic way to put that. But I said I want to do 10 speaking engagements. Okay, but 10 speaking engagements when? This year. So I haven't done any yet, unless I count my podcast that I've done, podcast interviews, then it would be 2 so far. And so I've done 2 out of 10 speaking engagements this year. And I'm not sure if I'll count those or not. And so that would be another thing. I could be more specific about that. So speaking engagements, how do I define speaking engagements? Maybe I say in person, in person, if I can spell, not social media. I'm just going to put social. So not social media there. So now I've really defined what speaking engagements are. So this is how you write down goals. You have to be very specific. So once again, you have to say exactly what it is you're wanting to do. Like we see here, do speaking engagements, and we have to say how many, the quantity you want. So 10 speaking engagements, and then you have to have a set date for that. So this year. Now 10xing those goals, whatever, like we talked about last time, would be more of what you are, what you want to do exactly. So if you want want $10,000, say you're wanting to make $10,000 of residual income or side income, we'll just say other income, so not from your job, $10,000 of side income. Obviously, 10x that goal, so obviously times 10, and so that means 100,000 is your goal that you need to go out after. So this is your 10x goal. So this is basically how you're going to do any of these goals that you want to do. So those goals that I have, those are, for me, 10x goals. A lot of people don't think you can accomplish those, but you can. Again, 10xing your goals means that you are 10xing the thoughts you have, 10xing the action you take, 10xing whatever you need to do in order to get that goal. You need to 10x people out of your life. Instead of saying, maybe I only need to cut this person or that person, cut 10 of them. I guarantee you probably have 10 people that you could easily cut out of your life that are negative. Another thing, if you are a negative person, try and, even if it's as little as spend 10 minutes, you say, I think I cannot be negative for 10 minutes. All right, 10x that. So 100 minutes. That's an hour and 40 minutes. That's almost 2 hours. So why don't you just kind of bump it up to 2 hours? That's a little bit more than 10x then. It's 120 hours. It'd be 12x, or 120 minutes. That'd be 12x. So try and do something like that. Even if it has to be a small goal like that. Obviously, the bigger the goal you already have set out for yourself, and then you 10x it, it's going to be that much bigger. But still, make sure that you are 10xing those goals. So if you haven't written down what would 10x mean to my life, written that down for yourself, make sure you do that. And that's actually another thing with your goals. You have to write them down daily. If you're not constantly writing them down, and Grant Cardone actually talks about doing it twice a day. And I'll admit, I fail at that. I do not write them every day. I don't write them twice a day like Grant suggests, once in the morning and when you get up, and once before you go to bed. So it's kind of your way, of writing it down so you can think about it as you sleep is kind of his whole reasoning behind it. But you think about it when you wake up, think about it when you go to sleep. So that's something I need to do myself. So some of this I'm talking to myself directly. Don't think I'm telling you this because this is exactly what I do. I'm doing this to keep myself accountable as well, something I need to do more. But if you want to make goals happen, you have to write them down. You have to take that action. And that's what 10X is all about. Taking 10 times the action, 10 times the thought process, whatever it may be, 10 times everything. And you're really going to make things happen. You may not actually get that 10X goal. You may not get to 10X, but you will get further than you ever thought. Because if you decide to stick, 10,000, that's a feasible goal, then you're only going to try for 10,000. But the thing is, if you make it 100,000, if you make that your new goal, you're going to be crushing it to try and get to that 100,000 versus if you just stuck with 10,000 because that seemed attainable. You want to do goals that almost seem unattainable, and it makes you think of new ways you're going to have to do these goals. So keep that in mind when you are making these goals, whenever you're ever trying to set up goals, and you will accomplish way more than you ever thought. Now, guys, if you have a friend that needs to hear this message, that is struggling, is trying to make things happen, and you want to be able to just be an encouragement for them, or they could get something out of this message, please share it with them. Like this, send me a DM, let me know your questions about this. Tell me what your goals are. I want to be able to keep you accountable. So find me on Instagram at Philip Sessions. Subscribe to this podcast or YouTube video, whichever format you're watching it in. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. And have a healthy and blessed day.